Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to GameStar's coverage of the Cybergamer Open Ladder. My name is GameStar Neba, here bringing you all the action between Aspire and Olympus for the 8th position on the ladder. And we are in the band phase, but I am not alone in the studio tonight, in the GameStar studio. Joining me for his second cast is the one, the only, Mr. Hallowed Reaper. Welcome, sir. Welcome to this match, which I've been told is really hotly contested, and everyone's looking forward to it.
Yes, ASP has had a lot of changes over the past few weeks, and I'm going to be interested to see what their new lineup is. I mean, I've seen them play a few times, got a bit of spec games in to see what they're running, and they've had a bit of changes now and then. And the bands seem pretty good right now. You know, a lot of mobile champions getting picked out there, and a lot of pullers, like obviously the Blitzcrank and the Thresh there.
Yep, so let's go through the band champs. For Aspire, they've banned Thresh, Cassidy, and Zach. For the boys from Olympus, they have banned Annie, Jarvan, and Blitzcrank. So as you said, the champs with a bit of pull, the hooks have been banned out, and Jarvan, of course, for Jarvan and Jack for their dominant jungles. So we will find out, however, though, what we go. Aspire, with their first pick, have gone the Vayne, and in response, Olympus have... Olympus, yes. Sorry, have gone Caitlyn and Zed. So some interesting bands coming out there. But Hallowed Reaper, how are you enjoying GameStar so far in the commentary world? I know this is a little bit new to you, but having listened to your previous cast, hopefully things go a little bit smoother tonight.
Yeah, a bit of technical difficulties last time, but hopefully this one will be a bit better. We see the Vayne pick on first pick there, and the Caitlyn to counter the Vayne, obviously, because Caitlyn with a huge range is just going to shut down that Vayne. And honestly, it doesn't matter how good the Vayne is. If the Caitlyn's the same skill level, she'll win every single time.
That's very true. And I would like to point out to everyone listening in at home on Twitch that Mr. Coldblood is our video man for this evening. He will not be officially joining in with the proceedings, but he is here to overview and keep us in check if we are silly bastards. But in saying that as well, if either one of us should drop out, I'm sure he will not hesitate in jumping in to fill that void. But let's touch wood that nothing like that happens. Anyway, we do see the Shen and Nasus coming out now for the boys from Aspire, grabbing there. And in response now, as the other two, we do see a Jana and an Elise pick as well. But they could change that with 25 seconds remaining. But let's go through the team list now, shall we? For the Aspire team, we have Static, Knifed, Kelvin Ness, who I will be referring to as Kelvin, Akashi, and DJ Duck are the 5 boys from Aspire. Hallowed Reaper, who do we have for Olympus?
And for Olympus, we have Matt Does Work. We'll be calling him Matt today. Skucks Josh. We'll be calling him Skucks or Josh, depending on the situation.
Really depends on how we feel.
Yeah, of course it does. Disrupted. We Are Beast and We Are Beast. For this situation, we'll be calling We Are Beast with the 3 in the We as W3. And We Are Beast with the 3 in the Beast. We're just calling him We.
I think we should just call them W3 and B3. I think that'll just be an easier way.
W3, B3 sounds a bit better to me.
I think so. Let's go with that. Anyway, but they've locked in the next. We do have Yana there picked in for Disrupted and a Rumble as well. So interesting choice there from B3. And I feel like I should be calling B1 and B2, but I feel like we'll get a little bit sidetracked with that. But the last couple of bands coming out now, we will have a look at the team comps when they do come out, when they do finalize this. But we do see a Sona there from Akashi, and looks like we could possibly be seeing a Nid in what you would maybe in the jungle there. I'm looking for those swaps come a little bit at the end here, I think.
Yep, Nidalee not the most proficient jungler, but she can kind of jungle, it can kind of work, but I think it's either going to be Nasus or Shen in the jungle. They have a lot of sustain, a lot of AoE damage, just great ganks, just all-round great characters.
Yeah, just watch for that swap at the end, though. I think that that may be what they're going for, but we don't actually know yet. I mean, we do have to wait. I mean, they still have a little bit, but look up. He's gone the quick lock with the Elise there, and we are on the countdown. So let's just see where they go and who takes what at the end here. They are doing their swaps But we do have that 3-minute delay as well, and that is when we shall basically be getting into that game. So, just in case the boys are watching tonight, you sneaky buggers, if you are listening, big shout out to you for tuning in. But also a big shout out to everyone in Twitch TV for tuning in. Please tell your friends, get them on. Let's have a bit of a party here tonight. And look, apologies to me and Hallowed if we do stuff up. Any calls I have been known to call Ez's arcane shift a flash, confusing everybody in the audience. But it looks like they've finally settled down now, swapping their teams here, Hallowed, and looking at it. Let's go through and see who's going with what.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of balanced team comp on both sides. I mean, Aspire's gone for more of a AoE kind of assassin comp, and the Olympus has gone kind of for a more squishy assassination comp. I mean, there's no dedicated tank on that team. They got the Zed, quick assassin, low health, not really a tanky character. They got the Rumble, really good skirmisher, very good in team fights with the AoE, but still no tankiness there. Caitlyn obviously not going to build tank, and the Elise just constantly going to go for an assassin build, kind of a lot of damage, not really tanky. So it's going to be a bit strange to see a team of assassins and damage dealers against this Aspire team.
Yeah, and look, as you said, not a lot of tankiness on the team from Olympus, but on the Aspire, they do actually have quite a lot of burst damage coming off of the Vayne and Nidalee. But look, the global presence of that Chenault as well will have to play into this. I mean, there's going to be a lot of roaming, I would assume, in this game, and I'd expect to see it early. But in saying that, I'd also expect to see Olympus to play quite aggressive in the early game to take advantage of their assassin. But look, it's all about the engages come end game, because if they get caught out of position, they will find it very hard to stay alive against a comp of Aspires.
Yep, they picked up that Vayne very early, and obviously they're going to get countered by that Caitlyn there. But it's strange to pick up a Vayne that early. I mean, you're going to get countered hard, but they obviously wanted to pick the Vayne because of her early game presence as well as late game presence. So I think Olympus is going to go for early game shutdowns on that Vayne, because they cannot have her sitting in lane and farming for 20, 30 minutes plus, getting items, getting fed. She can single-handedly carry a game. I mean, I've seen it done before. I'm sure you have too, but it's just going to be curious to see how they deal with that Vayne with the Leona, just a great peeler as well herself.
Yeah, I think everyone has been on the receiving end of a Vayne backhandedness game where she just tumbles in and annihilates you, and it just that pressure they need to shut down. They cannot allow Aspire to get the early game burst damage on there, and if they do, they will find it very hard to keep up with them. And look, a very balanced team comp, I think you could say Aspire has, and I as well, the Elise in the jungle can actually be very devastating as well. So I'm very interested to see how these matchups will happen. We have Sona and Yana, the supports. We have the Nasus and Elise jungles. The ADCs of Vayne versus Caitlyn. Shen versus what I would assume would be Rumble in the top lane, or actually, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see who actually takes that top lane there, and Zed in the mid, and Rumble at top. But look, we are about to get into it, so we're going to load up, and it's time for that part of the evening where we do have a little bit of fun. No official title, but certainly one that we do like. It is the skin battle, and as my page loads up, I don't know if yours has, Hallowed Reaper, but look, this is the time when we have a look at the pretty little skins and take our bets for this evening.
Yeah, already my screen's loaded up here, and the Olympus team is actually missing 2 skins already, and the Aspire team just 4 in a row, missing 3 skins actually, so it's a 3 to 4 already, so we got that already bias in the favor of Aspire.
Yep, so look, we do have the Valkyrie Leona, the Nasus, Dragon Slayer Vayne, and Warlord Shen. We do have the base Yana, Zed, and Rumble, but the Arctic Warfare Caitlyn. So it's Burr. It is cold in here. And look, what is your prediction for tonight, Hello? What do you think is about to go down?
Well, honestly, I don't think Olympus has that great of a team fight team. I mean, they've got a lot of damage there with all their like bursty teammates, but it's going to be kind of hard for that Caitlyn and Zed to get in. I mean, with the Leona Peel, sorry, the Nasus with her. I mean, it's going to be extremely hard for those carries to get in. Also, Rumble, not really known for his mobility. I mean, he's got that scrap shield, but it's not going to get him in as easily with all these peelers, as well as Vayne pushing him back. So it doesn't seem like Olympus has that great of a team fight, but obviously with that Janna disengage, I mean, the Rumble damage, just how much damage he's got, and the Zed can pretty much kill Vayne if he gets in. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they deal with team fights, or if they just go for straight lane pushes and try and take away from that late game Vayne.
Yeah, and look, as we say, it's not impossible. I just think that they have their work cut out for them. I'd like to see Aspire take this one out. I think they may have it. But look, I love to be proven wrong, and I love to be shown that I have no idea what it comes to when predicting games. Again, big shout out to all of you in twitch.tv/GameStar TV 2. Guys, whilst you're there, head over to our website. There's GameStar.com, and a new website is currently underway. But we do have the front page now open, and we are looking for more people. Anyway, we are now into the game, and it is time to see what we're going to expect. Hello, will we see a level 1 invade from either team or maybe both?
I think that Aspire is going to go for the early invade here because of their just massive amounts of CC early. With the Vayne stun, they got a Leona stun, they got a Nasus with they got a Shen taunt, and they just got Nidalee just constantly poking with those spears. I mean, there's not a lot that Olympus can do to counter this. I mean, haven't got the CC to try and defend themselves. I mean, they got a few stuns there and a team knockup, but it's only if they can aim it correctly. And Zed with obviously zero CC other than his clone combo. So I think they're going to go for an invade. Spire kind of lurking around here, seeing what they can do. Nasa's kind of out of position here, actually.
Yeah, and look, there is a lot of pings around the boys from Aspire. They're just being very careful, just being very cautious. They're double checking that no one comes after their red. And on the same token, I think that Olympus is doing the exact same thing. They're just being careful of that side. Look, I find it very interesting that the bottom side of the river tends to be where most invades happen. I do get it, but I find it very interesting that you would think sometimes if teams would go the top side of the bush, maybe they'd have a little bit more luck with that invade. Anyway, the wards are both down in the banana bushes just there outside of each other's reds. But look, they're going to play it safe. Both teams going to go after the blues. Sorry, having defended the reds, and look, they should both grab them here.
And I just noticed that Zed and Elise were out of position without any support. So it was kind of dangerous for them to stay there. I mean, they would have had an early warning about what's happening. But I'm not sure if that was a good idea for them. Obviously, it is now. But it would have been a bit curious to see if they actually got caught out. And we're going to see the lane swap here, actually. Caitlyn and Janna top, and Vayne and Leona top. So it's going to be a 2v2 at top. Instead of the usual, what we see in the LCS is the single bottom from the blue team and the singular top from the red team up top. So this lane swap didn't actually work in the favor of either team, so it's going to be a slow push. They're just going to farm up and see what they can do in late game.
Yeah, but look, much like the Korean meta, we do have the AD season support gone top lane. And look, the top laners in bot. And I don't know why they really... Do you know why they swapped that? Is there any particular reason, or is it just to stuff casters around?
Well, the purpose of getting your double up top, your duo, that is to push the tower down, get some global gold running, and then start rotating to get other towers. That's the main purpose of it. It's just trying to get some global gold. I mean, both teams are trying to go for that this game because the Vayne obviously needs farm, and if you can get her ahead, then good for you. But it didn't actually work this time because they actually both decided to rotate top rather than one going top and one going bottom, so they're not really going to get anything out of this, just a lot of farm.
Yep, that's very, very true. And, it will be very interesting to see if that does pay off for them in the long run. And there's a little bit of action in the bottom lane at the moment. I mean, not really much. I mean, the Shen and the Rumble just checking each other out, putting some hits onto each other, just making sure. We do see the Nasus, though, playing very aggressive, doing a little bit of jungle invading, just trying to keep that Elise in check. But look, he's forced to get out of there and go after his own jungle creeps anyway. But look, not really a lot of action going on between the heroes at the moment. They are just playing it safe. But as we say that, Rumble and Shen having a little bit of a minor engage here. The Flame Spitter from Rumble forces Shen back, and he will just have some free farm there, playing very aggressively. So as we do say that Elise is coming bottom, so he has to be very careful about that. This gank coming up from Elise, but here she comes, coming down. Shen well out of position. There's the stun. There she jumps on top, but the Shen will get out of there, jumps back onto the tower, and is able to get out of there and successfully lives to see another day. But still, yeah, no first blood. But look, very interesting. They're playing, I wouldn't say they're being passive, they're just playing it safe at the moment.
Yeah, that Elise came down at the perfect time, actually, because Akashi actually thought he was fine there in the lane. He just used his Shadow Dash, was out of energy, didn't have the cooldown up, and just thought, I'm okay now, I'll be fine. Elise came back from that Tribush there to just try and get a little bit of a hello, but she actually got a flash for it for nothing, and that's going to be detrimental to Shen's game. I mean, he's going to have to stay in lane without a flash, without any wards. He picked up that shield first. I'm not sure if that was a good idea against a magic-dealing Rumble, but we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, I think... look, it's very interesting. I mean, it's pretty much standard buys from everyone, pretty much. I mean, having a look, I can't really see anyone who's kind of playing very aggressive. But, look, they're just taking it easy at the moment. I mean, we are right at the beginning phase. And with no massive level 1 invade, they're just trying to make sure that they can level as fast as they can. But as we said at the beginning of the game, I think Olympus is really going to have to pick it up in a second, because they're going to need to get some early kills and force the pressure on their opponents. And if they don't, look, it can cause a little bit of issues for them in the long run. And it could help them, but I don't know. We'll see whether or not they play very aggressive. We do see the boys from Disrupted just catching Leona there with the trap, but they have to be very careful. They don't want to dive these towers just yet, and I think that's a very smart move for them. But as we say that, Hello, there's a little bit of action in the mid lane. Nid just misses her spear, and look, here comes Nasus. He wants in on this as well, but Zed is far too quick for them. Will back out into the bush and will stay there, and he will survive once again. So very good map awareness from the boys from Olympus. Just is what's keeping them in this game. But also in saying that, also good map awareness from Aspire.
Initiation on mid. Mid's actually going to go down here. First blood to Zed. That was a really good catch out from Zed. He knew his ult was going to do a ton of damage there. He saw the Nasus backing off and he decided, I want to go straight in on this. Going to get a first blood. Sorry to interrupt you there, sir.
No, that's all right. If you see the action, call it out if I'm not looking at it. And look, that's what they needed to do. They need to start getting a few more kills like that to really open up the gap. And look, I do find it very interesting, Hello, that the entire team of Olympus is practically banging on the doors of the Aspire towers. That's pretty much how they're playing. They're all playing aggressively, and they're actually it's actually working out very well for them right now.
Yeah, all the lanes seem to be pushed. I mean, bot's extremely pushed on that. That Shen, obviously not with the fastest clear, as I said. And he's going to have to just kind of play safe a bit as he is. And top lane, obviously, with that Vayne, she's so squishy, but she can do a lot of damage. But that Caitlyn just toying around with her, dancing a bit in front of the minions, freezing the lane, trying to shut down this Vayne. And Vayne is obviously getting shut down extremely hard. I mean, look at the difference, 20 farm difference already.
Oh, up in the top lane right now. Yeah, right up there. And I'm so lucky to roll away there, that Vayne. So, like, had she been caught by the Yana wind, she would have absolutely just been, the tailwind. She would have been gone for certain. But now they are able to come in here, put a little bit of pressure on the tower. But in comes Leona with a great stun, and Nasus just walks in, says hello, and his AOE does enough damage. They just got caught out of a bit of a position there. But Leona, great stun. Great damage there, and look, puts them back in the chase, 1-1. And look, it is a 15k gold lead, but look, that's only 8 minutes in. Certainly something that could come back.
Yeah, and this bot lane is actually getting pushed extremely hard. The Rumble's choosing to stay in the lane, just keep pushing that Shen back, keep farming. And we actually don't see any wards at bot yet. I thought he would have gone back by now, bought some wards, try to stay a bit defensive. Because he's been in his tower this whole time. I mean, Elise, one of the better gankers. I mean, she can easily dive. And also at mid, I mean, nearly getting pushed down too, because this is obviously Zed, very, very scary with his massive amounts of damage. That ult just super good, and obviously got the first blood, so he's a bit ahead right now. Nearly nothing really in response to that. I mean, she can't really do much against a Zed. High mobility, but not a lot of damage to try and respond until later when she gets a bit of items and she can try and skirmish against him. But we'll see what Aspire's going to respond to the early first blood of Zed.
Yep, and look, they got the one back on on the Yana. So, but look, this as you said, this mid is a little scary at the moment. The Zed just looking like he's in control of the lane, not really having to push too much. He's just biding his time, making sure of his engages, and look, is on top. But as we see, the Elise now is just roaming around. She's going to do some counter juggling of her own, but down at bot lane, Nasus wants to have a go, and great engage there from Shen, and here they come onto the rumble. There goes the AoE. Nasus will grab down. He's trying to get away. Will he get to the tower? Yes, he will. Will run away to the safety of the tower. Gets there just in time. But look,
just
there's the teleport. Yes. Yeah, there it is, and in the top, and oh, Elise, what have you done? Got caught well out of position. It has allowed them to get the tower, but Vayne, Shen, and Leona all there. And wow, that is really good work from the boys from Spire. They have taken a 2-1 lead here, but in saying that, they did lose a tower. So look, that is not that is some global gold just flying around the place. But look, that's some really good work from them to put the pressure on and let the boys from Olympus know that it's not going to go all their way.
Just great response there. The perfect Shen timing there, just absolutely amazing. Just saved that Leona just at the last second, and then also the Vayne stand up against the wall, just shut down that Elise's dive completely. She already wasted her repel there, so she couldn't actually get away unless she flashed amazingly over a wall or something. So that was a very bad engage on her part, but they got a tower for us. I mean, it's kind of worth it in a sense because they got more global gold, and this Leona's also trying to push the tower at top, trying to get the gold back in their lead, but I'm not sure if she's got the damage or the push to try and get this lane.
No, I think Rumble will get there too soon to be able to do anything. The lane swap is on, but Leona is forced to run out of there. But looks like they could want an 11-minute dragon here. Yes, they will. And in they go. 3 of them will go in. This Zed is keeping Nasus out of lane as well, out of the fight, which is really good work. The presence of him, and that's just allowing the other 3 to go after dragon. But in saying that, Shen wants a part of it, but no, he won't, because Elise will unleash the smite and will grab the dragon. And that's a great work there. In control of the objectives now. And look, that's kind of what's giving them this gold lead. They have a 3k gold lead, even though they're down on kills, but it's all up to this objective control. And look, they just need to keep that up. But in saying that, Caitlyn and Yana are at the bot lane. That's disrupted, and Matt will looking to push it a bit more. So yeah, back to our standard lanes now with the 2 on the bot, but they have to be very careful. But here's the engage. Sona jumps on right now. Caitlyn in a lot of trouble, is forced to burn the flash, and will get away. Hello, very good play there from the boys from Olympus. It's really what's keeping them on top of this game. They're just being able to escape like they need to.
There was actually a flash burn there, so that was a good escape by them, a good disengage by the Janna as well. But I don't think that was actually worth it for them, because they burned a flash for 2 really small CD ults on the Vayne and the Leona there, so they could do that in actually 60 seconds. Vayne's ult's got 42 on it, Leona's got 47, so they could very easily go back in. But the Elise actually can't be at the tower. They know they want to go back in, and Kayla's got his stun against a wall. And Elise is going to go in. She's going to jump. Repel goes down. Vayne is not going to get away, but the Shen coming down. They're too scared to go on this. Shen with hardly any health. I don't think they realize. And the Caitlyn are going to come down. Will it kill? No. Leona's going to save it. And from behind the tower, Zed's going to ult Leona. Will Leona go down? Leona goes down. Triple kill for nothing.
Wow, that is great work. The Shen, the presence of him there really was what forced them to back off, but they stayed in lane way too long. and they are forced to pay the price. Three kills for the price of none. They will lose the tower here, and the boys from Olympus are looking well in control. They have got that foot on the pedal, and they are not easing off one bit at the moment. 4 kills, place 2 at the moment, and look, 5k gold lead. I do apologize if I do cough. I am recovering from the after effects of a cold, but enough about me. But in the top lane right now, Nasus is on to the Rumble. He is able to slow him, but will he be able to get him here? Hello. Yes, he does. And great work from Rumble there. Both the slows being burnt on each other, and look, saves him in the end. And the boys from Olympus are using this early game pressure really, really well. The question is, will they be able to continue it on into the late game when the team from Aspire looks scary?
Yeah, they got a really good early lead right now, and that's what they needed against this Vayne. I mean, they wanted to shut her down, and they did that extremely well with the early pressure at top. But also, they're losing towers left, right, center. I mean, top's gone down, bot's gone down, and mid's getting pushed like crazy. The early game presence of that Zed just going to keep vamping up over the game, and an initiation on mid. Zed's got caught. He's going to go initiate on it. Janna disengaged. Will she die here? I think she will. Nidalee going in. Flash is being burned everywhere. They're still going in on this. Nidalee wants to get a kill, but she gets stunned and killed by Zed, and Shen's going to get out. There's an ult coming down on Leona. Leona's going to not get hit. Nasus blocking that, but Elise actually wants to keep going in, but Shen's going to try and save it, but Zed's coming back in. A Vayne caught out as well, and they're just... Flash is being burned, Summon is being burned, spells, and they want to go back in on this because they know they've got the lead. They just want to pressure all day. And Vayne is just going to start picking up creeps in the jungle to try and get her gold lead back up. And if you actually noticed it, that was a 4v5. Rumble was actually at top that whole time, and he has been just pushing a lane and pushing a lane and pushing a lane while they go 4v5 and nearly win the fight. I mean, they got a kill for that as well, for nothing, just for a few flashes.
The man, the little Rumble that could. And slowly pushing that top lane. Anyway, now it looks like Shen may have over-engaged here. He's maybe burned off a little bit more. Forced to burn his flash. Rumble still wants in on him, though. He's chasing him down, but gets to the creep wave and decides to back off. And look, he has to be very careful here because Nid is coming through the jungle. Could catch up to him if he's careful. Oh, gets hit by the spear, but is still not phased at all. And sorry about that. And look, here they come into the jungle now. Leona will spot this Rumble. Will she go onto him, however? She knows where he is. Does she want to engage here with Nasus there? They decide against it. They do know Yana is in the river. And look, they will back out of here. The Elise now pushing down this mid tower. And look, that gold lead is slowly increasing as it is. And look, having a look at the items, we already see that Caitlyn already has the IE. And look, she is looking pretty hurty. I mean, she can hit hard, and she will hit often.
Yeah, with that massive... Sorry.
No, you're all right, mate. Here we go. The big gauge in the mid lane at the moment, and they've decided to just back off here, and not risking it under the tower, hallowed. But look, I don't think Aspire out of it yet. But look, they've got to just play very, very safe for the next 10 minutes. Or so until they can really deal some damage.
Yeah, this Vayne is just going to try and keep farming her items up. I mean, she's got a big item right now, that Blade of the Rune King, just a massive amount of damage, and goes perfectly well with her silver bolts and attack speed that she needs. And Rumble's actually behind some. There's an initiation going down, and Leona just gets exploded in a second. They knew they could get her. They knew everyone was out of position. They saw that Nidalee down there and the Shen out of position. So they decided, well, we might as well go on this Leona. Free kill, free money. And Olympus looking really good right now. I mean, Vayne's not farming that well. She's farming decently, I would say, but Caitlyn's just too far ahead at this point. She's got a lot of assists, and they get a dragon for that. I mean, it's looking very bad for Aspire at this point.
It's a trap, and Leona caught well out of position. And oh no, they could also be caught right here, and that will be one going down. That is the Nasus. And look, they were the ones who were inside of the in the bush waiting. But look, just 4v2. The damage is way too high. But they're not done yet. They spot the Shen in the bot lane, and they are going to disregard the tower. They're going after him. There goes the tailwind. Can they get him? No, they won't. He will just get away. But there we have Vayne. Oh, pops the barrier, pops the flash, having to be very careful here. Oh, they both get away just. Shen had to come back in to save Vane's ass, and she will force them away. Very lucky to be getting away there. But the boys from Olympus is backing out. And like we said, Hallowed, just controlling the towers, controlling the objectives, and not over-pushing their engages. And I think that's what we have. But Leona again, getting caught out of position in the bush. Elise just waiting for her, dealing at least half damage there. As we say that, though, Nid has pushed and will have grabbed another tower for them.
Actually, at top, there's initiation going down on Zed. Zed is getting extremely low, but the Nas getting low as well. He's going to dive. Will Nas be able to get away? He's going to hit him. Oh, he's going to die anyway, but the Zed's going to go down. A shutdown onto the Shen, and he's going to need that after loss in lane, and Vane's got to keep farming as well. Janna's got to start warding up as well, so everyone's kind of going crazy at this point. They're just getting kills left, right, and center. People are dying, flashes are being burned, people are getting caught out. And if you notice that mid as well, Nidalee got caught as well. She got away just, but at top there was actually initiation by Zed onto Nasus, and he just tried to turn around and get a kill, but instead died himself on tower.
Yeah, 3 towers to 1, and look, 2 dragons to nothing as well. Also tells the story as why that gold lead is as big as it is.
And Leona's actually going to go down as well, possibly here with the flash over the wall. She will. Will she live? I think Rumble's just going to leave her and say, yeah, I'm going to get a flash from you, and then just walk off.
Look, forced her to burn the flash there, and very, very good. Look, they're just putting so much pressure on at the moment. There's not a lot of ward coverage in their own jungle here from Aspire, and I think that could be hurting them a bit. I mean, the boys are playing very aggressively in their jungle. They need to have that vision, otherwise they will find it very, very difficult. Yana there spotting the dragon ward with her pink, and we'll just bug her out of there. But the question is, will the boys from Aspire be able to come back from this? Look, they're keeping it. They're keeping it in, but you would say that Olympus are well in control of this match.
Yeah, they seem to be totally in control of this. I mean, they're just getting people caught out everywhere. I mean, that nearly just took half health just by walking past the wrong area. And Zed's super strong at top as well. Shen can't do anything to respond to this. I mean, he can try to taunt him on tower, but the question is, will he take more damage than he deals from the tower? And actually, Nidalee getting caught out by a trap. She's going to get away fine. That speed buff from the brush and her leap going to save her just. They're going to start taking buffs as well. Zed's taking the wolves there. And will he get caught? Catch Shen? I think he will. He's going to go try and kill him, and will he ult? I think he's just going to give him a bit of a tickle and then walk away. And actually, all the Aspire players are going to rotate to top, but they're not. I'm not sure if they can actually get a kill. I mean, Zed can jump over the wall fairly easily, and Bot's getting extremely pushed as well. Shen's going to come and teleport down, but will he be able to save this?
Be interesting to see if he can. Oh, he gets caught by the Caitlyn trap. And, was very lucky to get out of there. But, look, Tower just surviving by the skin of his teeth, but they're not done yet. Looks like they still want to take this, and they should get the tower. Yes, they will. And they will continue to push this bot lane. As we say that there's also action going on in top lane, but they want this bottom lane tower as they just keep pushing in. Leona gets caught out there by the spider web, but we'll be out of there. But look, there's a bit of an engage here at the bottom tower. Zen onto Nasus underneath the tower, but too strong, and takes him out.
Yeah, that Zed's gonna scale up with his passive there, increasing attack damage by a passive amount. There's initiation going down a bot. Shen wants to go on this. Ult's being wasted. Will they be able to get a kill on Caitlyn? Nidalee overextending herself. She flashed in, and there's a Shen not gonna come down. Will he be able to save in Vayne, taking the bolt just for him going in? Will they get a kill? Will they get a kill? Vayne is actually getting caught out again, exhausted. There's 3 for nothing there. And 1 person left up. Shen, he cannot do anything against this. 4 players, 5 players pushing. Top's getting destroyed by himself by Zed. And 4 players at bot pushing down these towers. And I think they're going to get 2 inhibitors for that.
I don't like to call it preemptive GG, but we could be looking down the barrel of one very, very shortly. If they cannot do this, would not surprise me if the boys pull out to get a Baron in the short time, but we will see what they do. There's the first inhibitor. They could get a second here. Zed soloing the inhibitor. Could also go after Shen, but decides to back out of there because in comes Nasus. But look, he knows he's dead, so he just he decided to walk like a man into his fate. But look, they be away, go buy up, and just try not to play too aggressively here. Just they're going to go back, farm up the lanes, push them out a bit, and just feel a bit more safe, I think. But look, it's 4 kills to 12. It is a 13k gold lead, and that has been steadily getting more and more every minute of this game. The question is, will it continue? I would love to see Aspire get back into this game. They have the team comp. They've just got to be very careful that it's being caught out of position. They're being taken pretty much, like we said, they're being bursted down by the team comp of Olympus, Harrod. I mean, that's what we said at the beginning of the game, is that if they can use that burstiness to really cause a lot of damage, they will put the pressure on, and look, they won't allow the other team really to cause much damage, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, this Caitlyn is actually going for a new strategy. She's going support Caitlyn, that 008, lots of assists, support Caitlyn, just new meta. And that Vayne is not getting any income at all. She's just totally been shut down. She has got one big item, hasn't even got level 2 boots yet. I mean, she's doing she's extremely far behind. And just all these lanes just seem to be getting dominated at this point. I mean, top lane and mid lane, was no competition. 100 extra CS on that Zed. He's just totally destroying that lane. An extra 50 gold, and there's actually initiation going down on Leona. Leona will go down here. Lots of damage, just 4v1, totally caught out. And no ward coverage. I think they just saw her out of the corner of their eye and just decided, you know what, she's there by herself again. You might as well just go kill her. So 0-4 on Leona. I mean, it's looking bad for Aspire here.
Yeah, it is. And look, this is a Baron. Here they come. 25 minutes in. They're going after it. And I don't really think the boys from Aspire can really challenge this. I mean, Nasus, I don't know if he realizes it. And yes, he does. He'll be the one to go over and check. So he will be there. But there are the whole team. And he won't get there in time. That is a Baron at 25 minutes. And look, that pretty much tells you the tone of the entire game. Like we've said, play aggressive, drop back and control the objectives. And look, that is what they're doing here. And Nasus is being caught out once again by the Zed. The Unroll comes out, pushing him away, back outside of the tower, forced to flash over the wall back into his base. And they should push this tower down here. That will be all of the second tier towers dropped. Yes, it will, and they will continue to push this in, and they just have to be very careful now. Zed is at the bottom lane, could catch out the Nid. Yes, he will. But will he go in correctly? The Shen ulting in. Where is he going to though? Into the battle, and Nidalee getting out of there just by her teeth. But the Rumble ult, too good. Great placement. There we go, and they're still dropping in. Great engage. The Elise jumps up, looking to grab, just doesn't walk in. Nearly got in there into the in range. But look, they're forcing them to stay inside of their healing fountain, essentially. And whilst the minions, the OP minions, decide to have a bash against the tower. And look, I think that we may be seeing the winners right here, the purple side. Will they end it here, or will they decide to go off? Zed, very close, wanted to get one, doesn't get it, but the minions are doing the job for them. And Harrod, I think that may be it. They're just sitting there at the moment, but look, I may have spoken too soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have the clear, actually, to take this down. I mean, the Vayne is only single target, not a lot of AoE. The Nasus got a very good push, but Nidalee getting caught out again. I mean, it's just been catch out after catch out. Shen's got to try and save him. I don't know if that was actually a good idea from him. He's got to go down there, actually. So that's a 4v5. Will another one go down? The minion's just tanking it, and it's going to be GG.
Yep, and there it was. Look, the boys from Olympus wanted to jump out of there. They wanted to jump away just to and push out one more time. But look, that's all she wrote. Realistically, that's pretty much what she wrote there. Let's have a look at the stats at the end of the game. There we do see that Vayne was 1-2-0. The Knife was 2-3-2. Static 1-5-2. Akashi 1-2-2, and DJ Duck not getting much like a duck, I guess, not getting a kill at all. 0-5-1. Hard luck there, but the winning side of Olympus, they got, let's have a look, disputed with 1-0 and 10. Support Caitlyn for the win. Josh with 3-1-7. Matt 1-2-9. We've got B3 there with 9, 2, and 4. He practically led the team, and Rumble with 3, nothing, and 4. Great work from him to not die and keep that top lane Shen in check. But it is time for us now to say who our MVPs are. And Harrod, I'll start with you.
Personally, I think it would be that Zed. Honestly, oh, actually, no, I'll change my vote. I'll go for Rumble because he was just letting his team 4v5 that whole time with the Zed just at the front lines, and he was just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and he got, I think it was 3 towers just by himself. I mean, every time he saw a fight going on, he would just rotate to a lane that had no one in it, just to say, you know what, I'm going to take this lane out by myself, and just let his team do the work for him.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to say my three votes go to B3, Mr. We Are Beast, the Z, and I think the reason for that is because what you said is correct. However, the strength of his side really started from him, and that gave his Rumble W3 the chance to go and do what you said. But look, that's a successful win for the boys from Olympus. Let me just pull up let me pull it up. Olympus are successful. They will move from 15th up to 8th on the ladder, and they will be very happy about that. Within the top 8, they are going for first. I think they are definitely one to keep an eye on. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been another GameStar Shoutcast. I would like to thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Neba, and my co-caster in crime for this evening, the man from the HR department, it is Harold Hallowed Reaper. Thank you very much, sir, for your second cast. I really did enjoy it, and I look forward to casting more with you in the future. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you will find a full VOD of this video up on GameStar.com, and that should hopefully be up within the next 24 to 48 hours. But thank you for listening in. We do have some more coming up in the week, so look out for that. But on behalf of myself and Hallowed Reaper, this has been a GameStar production. Thank you, and we hope all your games in the future are good ones. Take care, guys.
Good night.